All right, let's just jump right in. We're going to talk about something that's, well, it's a huge shift in cybersecurity. It's a brand new challenge that's making all our old defenses look, frankly, pretty useless. So, welcome. We're digging into the wild world of the shape-shifting threat, AI-powered malware. This quote, it just nails the problem, doesn't it? Your antivirus is looking for ghosts. It's such a powerful idea. Think about that for a second. The software we all rely on is hunting for something that's already vanished, something that's not even there anymore. So how on earth is this happening? Let's get into it. Okay, so before we can really wrap our heads around this new threat, we've got to take a quick step back. Let's talk about the antivirus software we all know, the old guard that's been on our computers for years and years. So for the longest time, the main way these programs worked was called signature-based detection. The best way to think about it is like a digital wanted poster. A security company finds a new virus, they take its mugshot, which is basically its unique code, its digital fingerprint, and they stick that poster into a giant database of known bad guys. And the approach was pretty simple, and honestly, it worked great for a long time. Your antivirus just scans a file, checks it against that list of wanted posters, and if it sees a match, bam, alarm bells go off. But, and this is a huge but, it has a major flaw. It can only catch criminals that are already on the list. It has to have seen them before. And that right there, that's our entry point into this shape-shifting threat. This is where everything, and I mean everything, changes. Because now we're up against malware that's smart enough to hide in plain sight. Malware that literally never looks the same way twice. The basic idea behind this is something called polymorphic malware. All that means is it's code that's built from the ground up to constantly change itself. It's the ultimate spy, right? Every time it needs to cross a border, it slaps on a completely new disguise so nobody recognizes it. Okay, but here's where it gets really crazy. AI takes this idea and just supercharges it. It's a whole other level. See, old polymorphic malware was like a spy with maybe a suitcase full of different hats and fake mustaches. It had a limited set of disguises. But AI-powered malware? Oh, that's like a master shapeshifter that can invent a brand new face, a whole new identity from scratch in a split second. It's actively and intelligently rewriting its entire being on the fly. And this is the absolute key to understanding this. The bad stuff it does, its behavior, that stays the same. It's still going to try to steal your passwords or encrypt your files. But its digital fingerprint, that signature the antivirus is looking for, totally different. Every single time. It's completely unrecognizable. So, what do you think happens next? The good old antivirus program sees this new file, it checks its list of wanted posters, and nothing. No match. So it thinks to itself, never seen this one before, guess it's safe. And just like that, the bad guy waltzes right through the front door without anyone even noticing. Okay, so how does it actually pull this off? Let's break down the automated attack cycle that makes this stuff so relentless. It basically runs in this insane, high-speed loop over and over again. First, it analyzes. It's like it's studying the enemy, figuring out exactly what the security tools are looking for. Then, it generates a brand new, sneaky version of itself. Next, it actually tests its own creation. It checks to see if this new version can get past the guards. And if it can, it just repeats the whole thing. We're talking thousands of unique versions, constantly learning, constantly adapting. It's like having your own personal hacker working 24/7. So the conclusion here is pretty stark. When you're fighting an enemy that can create a literally endless supply of new disguises, relying on a list of old faces is, it's obsolete. It's just not going to work anymore. The old playbook is broken. But hey, it's not all doom and gloom. It's not hopeless. It just means we need a totally new way of thinking about defense. We have to shift our focus. We've got to stop looking for what things are and start watching what things do. It's time to fight fire with fire. And this slide just lays it out perfectly. That old signature-based way, it was all about appearance, what the code looks like, the static file, what it is. The new behavior-based approach, totally different. It's all about actions. What is the file doing? Is it trying to make weird network connections? Is it trying to mess with system files? It's about what it does. It's a living, breathing defense. It really all boils down to this simple idea. Watch what programs do, not what they look like. That's it. That's the new mantra for cybersecurity. Because who cares what disguise the spy is wearing if you can see them planting a bug, right? The action is what matters. So, how do we actually do this? What does the modern defense toolkit look like? Well, first step is behavioral monitoring. This is your digital security guard, constantly on patrol, watching for anything suspicious. A program suddenly trying to read all your emails or trying to encrypt your photo album, that's a huge red flag. Next, we've got something called sandboxing. This is so cool. It's basically a digital quarantine zone. You can take a suspicious program and let it run wild inside this safe, isolated box to see what it does without it ever being able to harm your real computer. It's like a bomb squad for software. Then there's zero trust architecture. The name says it all. You trust nothing. Imagine a building where you need to swipe a key card to get through every single door, not just the front one. That's zero trust. It makes it way harder for malware to move around if it does get in. And finally, of course, we use our own AI. We're using AI-powered detection to fight back. This is like having a super smart detective who's been trained to recognize not just known criminals, but the behaviors of a criminal, no matter what they look like. And all of this really leads to a new golden rule for our digital lives. The big takeaway is this. In the era of AI malware, you pretty much have to assume any file could be dangerous until its behavior proves it's safe. It completely flips that old innocent until proven guilty idea right on its head. And that leaves us with one last, kinda unsettling question to chew on. As this crazy tech arms race just keeps getting faster and faster, we really have to ask ourselves, in this new AI era, can we ever really consider a program innocent until proven guilty anymore? Definitely something to think about.